General Hospital Spoilers Weekly Update. Drew won, Lucky's lost. General Hospital spoilers for the week of November 18 to 22 tease a major goodbye and hello after another week of grief and retaliation. Mac, John J. York, paid Robert, Tristan Rogers a visit to find out his intentions with Holly, Emma Sams, and Diane, Carolyn Hennessy, while Diane welcomed Alexis, Nancy Lee Gran, back to work, along with Sam's ex-Kelly Monaco, Will. Holly got Brennan's, Charles Mazur, help with leaving Port Charles. Anna, Finola Hughes, questioned Jason, Steve Burton about Holly's diamonds, and the two decided to remain friends, despite being on opposing sides of the law. Drew Cameron Matheson visited Willow, Caitlin McMullen, to return her missing earring, and Michael, Chadwell, noticed through the window as Willow held her hand to Drew's face, prompting Michael to call Diane to discuss his marriage. Meanwhile, Sasha, Sophia Matson, went to GH to get checked out, and when she was asked if there was any chance she could be pregnant, she thought back to her drunken fling with Michael. After Christina, Kate Mancy, and Natalia, Eva LaRue, got in a fender bender, Sonny, Morris Bernard, showed up to take care of his daughter. Laura, Jenny Francis, and Lucky, Jonathan Jackson, met with Portia, Brooke Care, about Lulu, who told them she's recovering well and will be able to go back to a facility in 2 weeks. Laura wasn't ready to send her daughter away again and began demanded to Lulu that she wake up. Jason met Elizabeth, Rebecca Hurst, at the bar to check in on him, then met with Lucky and lashed out at him after he broke the news that he plans on going back to Africa. At the surf lodge, Trina, Tabiana Ali, accidentally spilled drinks on a handsome guy, and Jocelyn, Eden McCoy, informed her it was Kai, Jens Austin Astrup, a future NFL player from PCU. Trina recognized his name as her art history project partner, who never showed and tore into him for affecting her grade. Diane officially broke things off with Robert, who decided to reunite with Holly and leave Port Charles with her. When Drew Cameron Matheson won the election, he had half of Port Charles show up to congratulate him, including Carly Laura Wright, who noticed Drew getting close to Nina, Cynthia Watros. When Brennan showed up, Carly later explained her past with Drew to him, while Maxie, Kirsten Storms, confronted Nina about still sleeping with Drew. Meanwhile, Michael went to the bar and demanded they turn off Drew's victory speech. When Jason spotted him, he confided in his uncle about what happened with both Willow and Sasha. Sonny met with Natalia about deception and wound up having another parenting talk, while Christina confessed to Alexis about her accident and asked her mom to help her prepare for the upcoming trial. Spinelli Bradford Anderson later met Jason at the bar and agreed to continue helping track down Valentine. James Patrick Stewart and Jason asked his friend for parenting advice when it comes to Danny's, Asher Antonisen, living situation. At the Quartermain Mansion, Brooklyn, Amanda Seton, and Ned, Wally Kurth, attempted to keep the secret about Drew and Willow from Lois, Rena Sofer. At the end of the night, when Drew arrived home with Nina, Jason was standing in the foyer, ready to defend his nephew. Jason punched Drew, and the two got into a fight in the foyer until Ned hurried in and broke it up. While Willow tended to Drew's injuries, Michael admitted to Ned that he told Jason about the kiss. Alexis agreed to help Christina with the trial, but warned her it may not end in her favor, while Rick Hurst, coached Ava Maura West through what to say on the stand. Trina and TJ, Taj Bello, had heart-to-hearts about their current love lives at the boxing ring. Then Trina spotted Kai and assured him she asked for a new art history partner. At Bobby's, Molly celebrated her birthday alone until she had a run-in with Isaiah Sawandi Wilson, who sweetly got her a cupcake after her family forgot her birthday. Later, Christina walked in and gave her sister a present before Jason came in, and Christina noticed his injured hand from hitting Drew. Poor Charles is rarely quiet, and this week proved no exception. As secrets unraveled, alliances shifted, and a few hearts broke along the way. The town's residents found themselves swept up in a tide of emotion. Here's your detailed look at the week's explosive twists and turns, focusing on Drew Kane's triumphant moment, Lucky Spencer's struggles, and everything in between. Drew Kane's moment of triumph. For months, Drew Kane had been fighting an uphill battle. His wrongful imprisonment for aiding Carly Corinthos in her insider trading scandal was the talk of Port Charles. But Drew never stopped fighting for justice, both for himself and the people he loved. This week, Drew's perseverance paid off in a big way as evidence surfaced proving his innocence. It all started with Sam McCall, who refused to let the father of her daughter stay behind bars for a crime he didn't commit. Sam teamed up with Spinelli, the tech wizard of Port Charles, to uncover a paper trail implicating a higher-up at the SEC. Spinelli, with his knack for cracking even the most secure systems, discovered that Drew's charges were orchestrated by a mysterious corporate player trying to bring Carly down. The revelation of Drew's innocence wasn't just a legal victory, it was personal. Drew walked out of Pentonville with his head held high, greeted by Scout, who rushed into her father's arms, and Sam, who couldn't hide the tears in her eyes. "You did it," she whispered, her voice trembling with emotion. Drew's release sparked celebrations across town. Carly threw a modest party at the Metro Court, complete with heartfelt speeches and toasts. But amidst the joy, there were whispers about who was behind Drew's setup. Valentin Cassadine's name came up more than once, leaving viewers wondering if he's harboring a dark secret tied to the Quartermain fortune. Lucky Spencer's downward spiral. While Drew was basking in his victory, Lucky Spencer's world was falling apart. Returning to Port Charles after years of soul-searching, Lucky had hoped to reconnect with his family. But he quickly realized that time had not healed all wounds. Elizabeth Weber, his former flame and co-parent, welcomed him back with guarded optimism. Their sons, Cameron, Jake, and Aiden, had mixed reactions to Lucky's return. Cameron, still resentful of Lucky's past absences, struggled to forgive his father, while Jake seemed cautiously hopeful. Aiden, ever the peacemaker, tried to bridge the gap between his father and brothers. But it was Lucky's interaction with Laura Collins, his mother, that truly revealed his inner turmoil. Laura, always the beacon of strength, expressed concern about Lucky's erratic behavior. "You can't just come back and expect everything to be the way it was," she told him gently. Lucky's response was defensive, a clear sign that he's still battling demons from his past. Adding to Lucky's woes was his strained relationship with Nicholas Cassadine. Nicholas, freshly returned from his presumed death, confronted Lucky about his long absence and questioned his ability to step up for their family. The brothers' argument escalated into a heated confrontation at Windermere, leaving viewers on edge about whether they'll ever reconcile. Lucky's struggles came to a head at the Floating Riv, where he drowned his sorrows in a bottle of whiskey. Maxie Jones, always the town's unexpected confidant, found him and urged him to get help. "You don't have to do this alone," she pleaded, her voice full of compassion. Lucky's tearful silence spoke volumes, leaving fans wondering if he's finally ready to face his issues head-on. The fallout in Port Charles. While Drew and Lucky's stories took center stage, the rest of Port Charles was buzzing with activity. Carly Corinthos faced a dilemma of her own when she received an anonymous tip about Sonny's involvement in a mysterious shipment at the docks. Torn between protecting her ex-husband and safeguarding her own interests, Carly turned to Jason Morgan for advice. Their conversation crackled with tension, reigniting speculation about whether their friendship might turn romantic again. Trina Robinson and Spencer Cassadine hit a rough patch as Esma Prince's shadow continued to loom over their relationship. Trina discovered a cryptic note in Spencer's jacket, leading her to question his loyalty. Spencer, desperate to prove his innocence, promised to reveal the truth about his ongoing connection to Esmond, but will Trina believe him? Nina Reeves found herself in hot water as her secret about reporting Carly and Drew to the SEC threatened to come to light. Ava Jerome, ever the schemer, warned Nina that her actions could cost her everything, including her relationship with Sonny. Secrets don't stay buried in this town, Ava reminded her ominously. Sasha Gilmore continued her path to recovery with the support of Gladys Corbin and Cody Bell.